this final adjourn in memory is of an individual who really needs no introduction in this building. Malcom Bennett, I would say realtor extraordinaire, who has been an active member of advocating for legislation and rights for not only property owners but tenants as well. He was a strong advocate for underserved apartment owners in unincorporated areas of Los Angeles County, Inglewood, and of course Long Beach, where his office was. For 46 years, he spent in the housing industry, from working in construction company to becoming a realtor and a real estate broker. Malcom dedicated his life to becoming one of the most experienced realtors in the county, with immense familiarity with property management and investment property sales. As a licensed broker and contractor, Mr. Bennett's career in rental housing industry included the creation of his real estate firm, International Realty and Investments, based in Long Beach, which provided management, sales, and acquisitions of income-producing properties. He received many national, statewide, and local awards. Mr. Bennett was known, as I stated, as a local icon on and state and national when it came to housing issues. It was last year when I was appointed vice chair of the Economic Recovery Task Force, and we introduced the legislation for the Tenant Landlord Protection Act. It was Mr. Bennett who I first sought out to make sure that this piece of legislation was covering all aspects and making sure that we not only protected the tenants but the landlords as well. He was eager to engage me, and as many legislators throughout his career on this issue, and he made sure that he looked out, again, not only for the tenant but the landlord as well. And he never came with an adversarial approach or anger. It was always with a smile and, Mr. B, let me see what we can do here. He always tried to find a way to make it work. And that's how we were able to pass that piece of legislation last year, because of Mr. Bennett's help. He was also the president of the Minority Apartment Owners Association, and spoke out against public policies that was harmful to the industry, as stated. In 2014, Bennett was honored with his Lifetime Achievement Awards by the Black Business Association for his work that he had done on behalf of real estate industry and his history of volunteer service with a variety of real estate organizations throughout the state. Mr. Bennett was also closely involved with property management for the many apartment owners of Los Angeles historically black churches. Those who knew him best pointed to his successful management as being a function of treating residents like family. If a resident fell behind on rent, he would work with them to help them pay their debt, including doing different jobs on site until they could get back on their feet. Again, he was a community icon, and for 4 terms he served as the board of directors of the South Central Regional Center for the Disabled, and 2 terms as president of the Crippled Children's Society. Nationally, Mr. Bennett served as an expert witness for several congressional committees and was inducted into the Congressional Hall of Fame records for outstanding community service in 1994. I just close. Malcom Bennett would travel to Sacramento, again, on a regular basis to passionately advocate for the apartment industry, and like I say, he was a familiar figure walking through this building for the last 30 plus years. He was well known as a confidant, an advisor, a hero to many. He mentored. He was a friend of mine. He was a kind spirit, a caring mentor, and a dedication to bettering the lives of those around him, and he will be greatly missed. I was blessed to have him as a friend, and he has impacted my life. He was a father, husband, benefactor, philanthropist, entrepreneur, leader, and a brother to all of us. Members, I ask that we adjourn in the memory of Malcom Bennett.